Hello, everyone, and welcome. It's me, Britt, from Yoga Dog Fitness and the beautiful neighborhood house in Northeast Harbor, Maine. Today is 30-minute active older adult class. We're going to work on some balance, mobility, flexibility, and of course, strength, everything we need. So 30 minutes, we're going to warm up, we're going to get to it, and we're going to have lots of fun. So join me, let's get moving. We're going to start with a minute march. So I'm going to use my timer. Here we go. We're going to pull it up. And we're just going to march in place. If I can get my arms moving in the right direction. So do your best, right? If you need to tap your toe, you can. If you kind of just need to sway back and forth, you can also do that. But we're going to march. If you want to change your arms in any way, you do that. So do what's best for you. You know best how it feels. If something's not working, if you need to hold on to the railing at any time, you hold on to the railing. And or if you need a chair. I used mine to prop up my computer so I could film this, but if you need a chair to move or anything that helps you move around and exercise, you do that. You can use your cane, you can use your walker, you can work on a higher or lower march, move your arms as you want, but most important, or one of the most important things, is to keep breathing. So we have a few more moments here. I'm going to keep an eye on my watch, 10 more seconds. Going to get a little closer to you. Keep breathing. And then we're going to do a figure 8 around the room. So come back to neutral. Take a deep breath in, maybe arms up overhead. You can bend the arms if you need, and exhale. From here, it'll be 1 minute as you find a spot on the floor. And if you have a big group or you have a group, maybe you want to go in a line, go in the same direction so you don't bump into one another. And then you'll pick, maybe go to the right. So let's time this for 1 minute. Go to the right. You'll swing to the left, you'll swing to the right, and then you'll try to make that figure 8 shape. So if you have it lay out on the floor, you're welcome to, and you go around. So you can just imagine that figure 8 on the floor. Again, maybe pressing your arms back. We don't go out of camera. So let's go 30 seconds. We got one more round here going, and then when I get to this end, I'm going to stop. So that's 30 seconds. I'm going to turn around. And then I'm going to go the opposite way. So now I'm doing a figure 8, going the opposite direction. You can go figure 8. Some of the things you can do is, if you need to, you can look where you are going out of camera, going in the camera. You can look where you're going, and if it's accessible to you, you might want to turn your head as you go in one direction, and then turn your head as you go the other direction, so away from where you're going. And then we're going to come back to center. Take a deep breath in, exhale, and roll your shoulders. So if you want, you can use the arms also, or keep your hands down. Keep breathing or do alternating. You can also do one arm at a time. Maybe if you have something wrong with one shoulder, maybe one moves a little bit more than the other. Whatever it may be, just start to roll the shoulders. Be good if I turn my timer on. Let's go 10 seconds, 9, 8. Keep breathing. Inhale through the nose, exhale as you like. 4, 3, 2, 1. Change direction. And again, you can use the arms. Inhale, exhale, and keep moving. So I'm making this video because on snowy days or days we can't get in here or days I might be away, I want you to be able to do class, have class. Inhale, exhale. So we're just moving the shoulders. And breathe. Now, if your feet are wide apart, you have more stability, bigger base, feet more together, bounce challenge. You can always stagger stance in any way, anything that feels comfortable for you. All right, bring that down and breathe. That was just about a minute, just under. Ankle circles. All right, I have my bar here. We also have these great little handy dandy things you can hold on to. And so lift one foot off the floor. You can hold onto the bar on the sides. We have bars on the sides. Or a chair. And let's lift one foot and circle, circle, circle. Good. You can go slower, as fast as you want. Just try to get in the range of motion that's best for you. Good. Change direction and keep breathing. So now that standing leg is also working, right? Try to brace your core. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Yeah, let's change sides. So maybe I want to change sides of the pole, turn around if I want, just so make sure I do the other side, and roll the ankle. Again, you can roll as fast or as slow as you want. getting some range of motion in there. If it's just flex and point, that's fine too. And change direction. It's a good place to breathe through the core. Proud chest, shoulders back and down, and keep breathing. Your standing leg can have a bend in it, or it can be straight. It's up to you. And last time. Good. All right. I'm going to leave that there for a moment. The next one, arm circles. I love it. Arm crosses. Let's do some arm crosses. So bring your arms out to the side. Take a deep breath. And we're going to go for 30 seconds as we come across. And then we'll do the opposite arm on the top. So open as wide as you can. And when you come to the back, try to squeeze your shoulder blades towards one another. And rhomboids, mids back, thoracic back. Good. Changing the top arm every time you come over. Right, left, right. And when you open your arms, inhale. Open the right, widen. Exhale, squeeze in. Inhale, exhale. And 30 seconds. Good. Come back center. Again, if you need your feet apart for more stability, do that. If you need to hold on, do that. Bring your shoulders up and then shoulders down. Shoulders up and shoulders down. Good. Lift them up and inhale, exhale. Inhale on the way up, exhale on the way down if it feels all right. If you're going in reverse, that's all right. Keep breathing. So I say just keep breathing. Inhale, exhale. Some more oxygen you can get in, more oxygen to the blood, through the body, and we will be able to use the muscles better. Inhale, exhale. One more time, and release. So I have my little cheat sheet down here, so I keep looking. Heel to toe walking. We're going to do that a few times if you need your cane or your walker or anything. Or if you need a chair nearby, you could just walk in place. But we're going to do heel to toe. Get back a little bit. And I'll do 10, let's see how many I can do in front of the camera. And walk back a little further, there we go. So heel to toe. If you want your arms out, heel to toe. If you have a few people, you can go one behind the other, or you can line up in the room, side by side, and then, make sure you have some space. And one more. So doing heel to toe, we're gonna do a few times. Now, challenge, if you need a challenge. I don't think I need a challenge. You could look to the right, woo, and look to the left as you do that. Look to the right. Now, if you're like, I'm not going to look to the right and left, I can barely do it as is, then don't do it, right? Do what you can, don't do what you can't. I'm going to go one more time. Heel to toe. Nice brace to the core, keep breathing, right? Real wobbly, wobbly. You want to challenge, you can challenge the arms, and then I'm going to turn around. So last time, maybe arms up overhead. Keep breathing, it's up to you. So I'm gonna put one foot in front of the other. I'm walking on that tightrope. And last time. All right, good. Shake that out, take a deep breath. Grab a drink if you need, always, anytime you need something, you do that. All right, heel to toe walking, tandem tightrope holds, 30 seconds each. Wow, these are my favorite. Again, grabbing what you need. No crime if you need to hold on, or put your fingertips on. We're going to put one foot in front of the other, like so. Like so. I'm going to start with the right foot in front. Just be aware of which one is in front. And then we're going to squeeze the inner thighs towards one another. And your beautiful glutes, we're going to squeeze those. Nice long spine. And we are going to hold for 30 seconds. So as we do that, I usually ask people to tell me a story. But I could tell you a story. Right now it's snowing out. That's why I'm making this video, because I want to make sure that people still have class. So I hope you're having a great day no matter where you are. Breathe, breathe. You're going to squeeze your inner thighs towards one another. You're going to lift up through the spine. Squeeze your gorgeous glutes. Right, you could have your arms out, up overhead, wherever you like. And 5, 4, 3. We're going to switch sides, 2 and 1. All right. So my back foot is going to come in front of my front foot. And I'm just going to change sides again. I'm going to squeeze, and I'm going to lift. I'm going to brace, and I'm going to breathe. And this time, I'm definitely going to turn on my watch. So let's go a few moments, maybe hands on the hips. Whoa, this side's a little more wobbly. And people always say, oh, you're so good at balance. I'm not. It was practice. I am, but I'm not. There's different days. If you have a head cold or something, you know, sometimes that makes you wobbly. Some days are different, your equilibrium's off. You're gonna squeeze maybe arms out to the sides. If you have room, again, lift your chest, brace your core. Whoa, airplane, maybe arms above your head. And done. All right, release. Grab a drink if you need. What do we have here? We have knee lifts and side leg kicks. All right, so we're gonna come to the center. Again, we have these bowls on the side, these bars. You can hang on to that or your chair, whatever it may be. We're gonna lift one knee at a time, coming up onto opposite foot. Now, I would like you to bring your knee up as high as you can, right? And press your standing leg down. I know I start already. All right, here we go. Lift and lift. Good. Lift and lift. Now, you can add in an arm lift, right? If you want. You could add in a bicep curl. Let's do bicep curl. I like bicep curl. Now you can also add in weights. Maybe you've done this video a few times and you're used to the exercises, and you're gonna keep breathing and you can do weights. We're going for a minute. You can take a break if you need. We're about halfway through. Breathe, breathe. Exhale when you bring your knee up to your chest. If you need to move slower than me, do that. If you wanna move faster than me, do that. It's up to you, right? You wanna have ankle weights on your ankles? No, but you can. You can have weights in your hands. Good, 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. All right, leg lifts are next. We're gonna go 30 seconds each side. We're gonna start, since I'm here, and my handy dandy little pink friend is gonna hang out with me right there. We are going to lift the outside leg. All right, thank you. I don't want any of that. And go. All right, we're gonna hold on and lift outside. Now, a lot of times you might lift and you might tilt over, right? Where you lose the engagement of that muscle. These glute min, glute med. Good, standing leg strong, bracing core. And we're trying to keep the lifting toes, the toes on the lifting leg foot, forward. So I'd rather you not point them to the ceiling. I'd rather you point them forward and breathe. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now you can just turn around. We're gonna do the outside leg. I'm just gonna spin this to the other side. If you don't need it, you can hold onto your hips or let your arms dangle and lift. Good, we're gonna go 30 seconds on this side. So I'm gonna start my watch. I've been to classes before where they have a timer, and every time the timer's done, it goes, meh. I didn't really like that. I didn't like that noise. So I'll just let you know when we're finished. And breathe. So here we're still gonna brace your core, shoulders back and down. Again, if the foot comes up, leg comes up not as high as mine, that's fine. It's fine. Some people's higher. Whatever you want, standing leg, it has a little bend in the knee, or if you want a straight leg, it's up to you. Try to point that toe forward and not up towards the ceiling. And last one. Oh, shake that out. And inhale, exhale. What do we have now? We had seated torso or standing twists. I wrote them down, but I still have to look. Let's do standing twists. If you want, you can grab a chair. Again, I used all mine to prop up my computer to make this video. So I'm gonna stand. I wanna bring my feet apart a little bit, about shoulder width. You can sit down on a chair, you can sit down on a bench. We're gonna work twisting the torso, transverse abdominal. And if you're gonna stand, try to keep your hips stationary. Actually, seated is a little harder because it makes the lower body stay stationary. And then spring the palms together. Just press your palms together like a little seal, an energy seal, clamp together, and then twist side to side. So I'm trying not to twist my hips, and breathe. Good, left and right. I'm gonna go for 1 minute. You can go for 30 seconds, take a break if you want. We're gonna try to keep the shoulders back and down, so we don't want shoulder earrings. We wanna feel it in the core, in the midsection, the powerhouse, they call it in Pilates, powerhouse, right in your powerhouse. So your core is all the way around. The core is not just your rectus abdominis. Transverse abdominals, you got your spinal erectors in the back. Your powerhouse, your core, is all your trunk. So you want to make that all strong and stable. You have muscles in your pelvis, that need working on, keep you upright. So not just big muscles are great to work those, but we have to work all the muscles so they can keep us up and mobile. Wouldn't that be nice? I'd like to do that. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. I've been told I'm a terrible counter, but people just don't know I'm just creative. So you know. All right. So we did our seated twist. Next is hamstring curls. All right. So if you have a bar, you can hang on to it. I would like a little higher than this one, or you can just use your fingertips. You can use your chair. We're going to bring the heel to the glute, and then we're going to do the other side. So we're going to do alternate. Now, I'd like you not to bring your knee up. Point your knee down and really kick yourself in the butt. Yep, kick it in the butt. So here we go. We're going to go 1 minute. I'm going to hold on to my hips. I'm going to breathe, and I'm going to kick, kick, kick. So again, this is great for balance because we're going one leg if you need to go slower. But you want to feel that engagement in the back of the leg. You really want to bring the heel to the glute. And even if you bring it up and hold it and set it down, bring it up and hold it. I can see my knees are going forward just a little, which is fine. But we really want to feel the emphasis in the hamstrings, back of the leg. We're halfway through. Now maybe you want to kick a little faster, right? And maybe your range of motion isn't, not as much as mine, or maybe it's more. So don't worry about it. Do your best. Don't worry about what it looks like or who's have more range of motion, or you're doing this for you. You're not doing this for me. You're doing it for yourself. So just making sure that you get engagement in the back of the leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. Grab a drink if you need. Make sure that you inhale and exhale. Body weight exercises, squat holds. All right, we are going to go to squat hold in the chair. So if you have a chair, I don't have a chair because again I use mine. So grab your chair if you want, or you don't have to. You can again grab onto that bar. So we're going to do body weight squats. I'm going to bring my feet apart, maybe a little more than hip width. I'm going to take a deep breath in. I'm going to sit back towards my heels, and I'm going to lift back up. So I'm going to put the weight in the heels. I'm going to keep my knees kind of behind my toes, right? I'm going to use my glutes. Inhale, exhale. Turn my timer on for 1 minute. Inhale. Again, if you want to bring a chair behind you, you can sit and stand. We're going to go for 1 minute. And this also gives us a chance for me to do the exercises, talk about it, and for you to take a break if you need, or set it up, things like that. Come back in, take a break. You can sit all the way down. We're trying not to drive the knees forward. We're trying to sit back. So if you can't see your toes when you bend your knees and sit back, try to see your toes. You can reach forward, counterbalance. Inhale, exhale. Good. We still have about 20 seconds. It's like the longest minute in history, right? So we're trying to use those glutes. Take your attention to your glutes. Brace your core. You can even, when you stand up, squeeze your glutes, push your hip flexors forward if you want. 10 seconds. If you want a little harder, you can bring your hands up overhead and breathe. You don't have to do that. You could reach down to the floor. I just find reaching out front is a little bit of a counterbalance. And last one. Whew. Inhale. Exhale. That's good. Upper body. Let's do some weights. Now, if you don't have dumbbells, you could use cans of soup. You could use water jugs. You don't have to use anything. You could pretend you're moving through cement. I'm going to grab some dumbbells. 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever you want. You can also use a band. You can also use a band and step on the band and do bicep curls. We're going to go for 1 minute doing bicep curls. Feet apart, more stability. Feet together, more of a balanced challenge. Right? And if you need to hold on to the railing, you can do one arm. You could hold on to the railing and do one arm, and then at 30 seconds, which I hope to remember to tell you, you could switch. You could also, lift a leg. Let's save that for later. All right, so I'm just going to do some bicep curls. I'm going to keep my elbows to the sides, right? Lift and lower. Range of motion up to you. So if you don't come down all the way, that's fine. If you want to lower all the way down and squeeze back up, that's up to you. Keep on breathing and keep on curling. So you want to keep the shoulders down. You want to feel this in the biceps, the top of the arm, in the front, right? Because that's what we're curling. We're squeezing, contracting, stretching, squeezing, stretching, squeezing, or contracting, and breathe. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh yeah, all right. So I'm gonna put my weights down. I'll put them down right there. So we're gonna work the upper body and we're gonna do a push-up. Now, everybody's like, oh, I can't do a push-up. You can do a wall push-up. So let me demonstrate a few different push-ups. Let's try this one. Yeah, we can do it. So if you're on a wall, you can spread your hands out on the wall and push up. You can even part your feet and push up here. Now, the higher your arms are in a push-up, the more you're going to work your shoulders. So if you can bring your arms down towards maybe chest height and push, we don't want to get the face involved in the wall. So that's going to work more across the chest. Again, the higher your arms are, the more you're up in your shoulders. And then so bringing your arms down, you're going to work more on your chest and your arms. Now I do have these handy dandy pink helpers. You can grab the wall. You can do it on the bar, which we have a bar. Let's see if I have it in the frame here. So we have this bar here. You can do push-ups like this. And for your sake, so you can see, I'm going to use these bars. Now we are going to go for 1 minute. So let's get in position for your push-up. Now these are a little bit unstable, so I don't have everybody do it on these. But, and again, my feet are apart. We're going to go for 1 minute. Yes, it's already started. All right, let's go. So them being unstable, gives me a little more of a challenge. And I'm not on the floor. My vector is slanted. That's the way your body is positioned. And again, you can go to the wall. Maybe I want to change my wrists. Maybe I want to widen these a little bit. Maybe not. So it just depends on how it feels for you. You could push off against the wall. You could use the bar on the side. You could go on the floor with your knees. You could use a counter, right? So anything just to push up, off, up. All right, let me check the time. Oh, we got 5 seconds. 5, 4. You can take a break. 3, 2, and 1. Remember, you can go as fast or as slow as you want. The slower you go, the more you're going to time under tension with your muscles, but maybe you're working on endurance and you want to go faster. There's always a reason for a certain type of exercise. So we have bicep curls, we did that. We did chair squats. And now we're going to do seated core stability. I love it. All right, we did standing twist. Let's go side bends. I'm going to put these away. So we're going to do side bends. So again, you can grab your chair. And sitting in a chair, actually I like better because again, it holds your bottom lower half still. So a lot of times when we do side bends, people like to lean their hips. We're going to keep our hips stationary. I'm going to widen my stance. Sit in a chair, stand up, grab a dumbbell if you want. For the first time, I'm going to show this video. I'm not going to use dumbbells, but you can put dumbbells in a hand or one hand. And you're going to lean to the side like you're in between a very small doorway. You're going to lean to the side, keeping your chest open. Now you can look down, forward, or up, and then you're going to come up, and you're going to lean to the other side. Oh, we're going to go for 1 minute. Take a break if you need. So my feet are apart. My hips are staying stationary, so they're not rocking back and forth. They're as is. If I'm going to stay seated, right, and I'm not going to lean forward. I'm going to lean side to side. All right, go for it. I did start the watch. Good. So I'm going to stay with my legs semi-straight. I have a soft bend in my knee. And again, I'm in that very tight doorway. Whew. So I'm using my obliques. Some more core muscles that I like to pick up things on the side. Maybe you have to lean somewhere, get that, and pull it. So I'm going to keep going. And again, you can go as fast or as slow as you want, but if the hips start to rock, come back. Neck stays neutral. Elbows. Shoulders stay down. Arms stay long. So none of this or any kind of weird arm movements. So we usually put dumbbells in the hands to keep them long. Because we're working these side of your core. I didn't mean to flash you there. Just got caught on my hand. So inhale, exhale, and the last 2. All right. Inhale, exhale. We're getting there. We're getting very close. Nicely done, everybody. Keep on keeping on with me. All right, so we did body squats or seated squats. We did bicep curls, some wall push-ups. Again, if you ever wanted to do this by memory, right, and core. So, and some side bends. Let's go tap 3 ways, and then we're gonna lift some heels. So tap 3 ways. Again, you can grab your bar or your chair or the wall or nothing. And then we're going to take the outside leg and we're going to tap forward, side, and back. We're going to go 30 seconds and then we're going to change sides. So again, you can hold on or not if you want to put your hands on your hips or up above or do bicep curls at the same time. It's up to you. Inhale and exhale. Tap, tap, tap. Back to start. Tap, tap, tap. Back to start. Good. So just keep going through those motions. We're almost halfway down on this side. Good. Tap, tap, tap. I saw a video and he put some fancy like a yellow, red, green little circles. I don't have any of those at the moment, so I didn't put them out. All right, last time on this side. Now you can just turn around, but I'm just gonna switch. That way I can keep facing you and see you. And then tap, 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 tap. Breathe. Tap, 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 tap. Maybe hands on the hips. Maybe you're holding on for dear life, and that's fine. I like some movement of the hip, femur in the hip socket. So if you need to hold on, do it. Do it. It's fine. We're doing what we can, not what we can't. Last time here. Oh, good job. All right, shake that out if you want. My instructor used to say, wiggle it out. You can't be mad when you wiggle. It took me a long time to wiggle. So wiggle it out and then come back center. It's silly. It's okay. Breathe. We're going to lift the heels. We're going to take both heels. You can hold on to your bar or your chair. We're going to bring both heels off the ground as high as we can. All right? And we're going to go for 1 minute. So take a break when you need. I'm going to reset my timer and go. So holding on, or you can hold on this way. And we're going to lift and lower. So after a while, if you get where it feels pretty good to lift and lower the heels, then I would say do one at a time. But for now, I'm just going to do both because you want to make sure that both legs get strength. Now we're almost halfway done already. Lift and lower again. You can hold on to the railing. You can hold on to a chair, the bar, and keep breathing. Good. You could even play music over me and just watch these motions. I didn't want to play music so you could hear me. And YouTube has rules about what kind of music, so you can have a song in your head. I'll sing for you. If you like, we got 10 seconds. And breathe. And we have 5, 4, my calves are on fire. 3, 2, 1. And also, I didn't say this before, but you can see when I was lifting and lowering my leg, my knees say softly bent but semi-straight, right? So I don't bend and lift with my knees bent like that. I'm going to keep them straight. All right, we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to lift the toes. I'm going to reset my timer. Inhale, exhale. Hold on to your railing. Maybe my railing was a little higher. And we're going to, you know what, I'm going to alternate so I don't fall over. So I'm just going to lift my toes. My feet are apart. My legs are soft bend in the knee. And I'm kind of swaying left and right. Good. I'm going to lift the toes. So I'm working the front. We're working the front of the lower legs, the shin area. And dorsiflexing of the foot, like a dorsal, lifting up. So we have foot muscles working. Now if I stay completely still, whoo, that's a lot harder. We want flexibility in our feet and our hands. You got a quarter of your bones in your hands and your feet. So you want to keep like spreading your fingers, working your hand strength, being mobile, extending your fingers wide. Same thing with your toes. Get your shoes off, spread your toes. Make sure that you get some stretching in your feet by bringing your foot, the top of your foot down on the ground and really stretching the front of the ankle. We have 15 seconds. I'm going to try both. Whoa, whoa. Yep, nice and tall. I'm going to stand up tall, brace my core. Just bringing my toes off the ground. Again, if you want, you can have a wall behind you, feeling more secure, or a chair behind you. And you can even do this seated. Do it seated, sit down. And time, all right. It's getting very close to the end. I'm glad you're doing well. Keep breathing. Grab a drink when you need, take a break when you need, and come back in. So we do some of that. Let's do a little bit of, our last move is a little bit of movement. So again, if you need the bar or a chair, or even if you need to do it seated and you just want to move your legs, that's awesome. We're going to do 30 seconds each side of forward and back. You can use that bar. So you're going to step forward and step back. And step forward, that's all, and step back. Now if you want, you could do stationary rock, just maybe lifting the toes and the heels. So that's a different way to do it, or a combination of both, all right? I know I haven't started yet. Here we go. I'm gonna start with my outside foot. Maybe I wanna hold on to something, forward and back. If you wanna add in a little bit of knee bending, you're welcome to, or you can make this more of a lunge, or you could do stationary rock. Maybe just lift your foot up. I'm gonna step back just a little bit so you can see. Now, if I was doing a stationary rock, maybe I just work on picking my feet up. Or I'm gonna work forward and back. Do, 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 do. And we're gonna change sides. I don't know what song that was. It sounded like Willy Wonka or something. Inhale, exhale. So again, maybe you're just rocking. So we're gonna go to the other side. Maybe you're lifting heel and toe, and maybe you're stepping back and forth. Hands on the hips are fine. Brace your core. Keep breathing. Broken record. I'm the broken record. Good. Maybe you need more stability so your feet are wider. Maybe you want to get more onto that tightrope. It just depends. It's all good stuff. Last time. Here we go. We're going to come back center. Oh, nicely done. All right. Shake it out. Take a deep breath. Maybe arms up overhead. Maybe your one arm up overhead, depending on your shoulder. Maybe your arms are bent. Exhale down. 2 more like that. Inhale. Exhale. Just checking my list. Inhale. Exhale. Again, always feet apart. Good. Just lean to one side. Stretch to your side ribs. Try to open your chest by bringing your shoulders towards one another. I just wanted to show you a side view like you're in that skinny door again. Maybe let your ear drop towards your shoulder. And then try to drop the upper shoulder down so you can get a nice stretch through the upper neck. Or the neck that is, the side of your neck that's facing up. Right, shake everything out. Inhale, come to the other side. Exhale, down. Of course, I was gonna make this video and for some reason I get a little, frog in the throat before. So, I'm not nervous. I know all of you. If I don't know you, you're still my friend. You know, it's all good. It's all good stuff. I love this. So remember, you know best. Come back center. So hold on to the railing and maybe bring your knee in towards your chest. If you want to hold on to your chair. If you need to sit down to do this. You can sit down to do this. You're just going to pull your knee into your chest. And then we bring that leg down. Now bring it behind you and press the heel back. So if you're sitting in the chair, you're just going to try to bring your leg behind you as I fall down. So I'm going to straighten my leg, try to stretch through hip flexor. All right, so if the chair's underneath me on my right side, the chair's underneath me here, I'm just going to try to bring my leg back behind me, stretch out. We're going to go the other side. I'm going to swing this friend around. Again, if you're seated, that's fine, knee into the chest. You can use both hands if you want. If you want to work on your balance, you can stand. Not mandatory. And if I'm seated, I'm going to step this foot back. Press back to the heel. I'm just going to turn so you can see. Again, I'm just going to push my hip flexor forward. Even if I drop my knee, I'm still going to try to push my hip flexor, which is this area, forward by tucking my tailbone under and test it out. Because when we brought the knee to the chest, we stretch the back side of the leg. When we bring the leg back, we're stretching the front side. And then release. All right, take one more deep breath from me. Get some air in there. Thank you so much for joining me today for Active Adults. Active, just being active. I hope that was helpful and fun. I hope to see you again. Join me at the neighborhood house or reach out. We can Zoom or come here in person. So we have yoga and fitness, Pilates, all sorts, and of course, personal training and corrective exercise. Thank you so very much. Have a great day. I will see you next time. Bye.